Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jhona. This is Jhona OhEmGee. Today I'll be reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, The Reunion, Part 1. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So we start this reunion off with a snippet of the Reasonably Shady podcast hosted by Giselle and Robin, regarding the story of Juan's alleged cheating scandal. And I'm going to go ahead and say cheating because if it walks like a duck. Okay, so Juan basically told Robin this whole, it's honestly silly to me. It's a silly story to me. Basically, him buying a girl a hotel ticket, but the girl was supposedly dating a Baltimore Ravens player. So I'm like, if she's dating this Baltimore Ravens player, why would she have to contact Juan about buying a hotel ticket? Why does she even have contact with Juan at all? So Robin did say on the podcast that Juan did have a Instagram flirtation or DM situation with this lady during COVID times. And if you remember, during COVID, Robin was really kind of in a state of depression. She was having trouble getting out the bed. And I was like, oh, wow, how telling. While Robin is over here struggling to get the kids ready for school and get out the bed, you over here having a whole little situationship. That one, baby, I tell you. Anyway, so Robin is really, again, silly to me if she believed this story that Juan told her. Apparently the girl left her wallet in the casino and she didn't have a way to book the hotel. So Juan, being the kind-spirited man that he is, oh, thank you, Savior Juan, came in and saved the day and bought the girl a hotel ticket. And I'm like, so that's why his name was on some hotel receipt. But then he didn't do it himself. He sent somebody else to do it. And child, ridiculous is the story. And I'm like, Robin, you gotta be a fool if you believe it, but to each his own. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So Andy's going around in the girls' dressing rooms, doing a little quick check-in, and Juan isn't going to be here at the reunion. Surprise, surprise. Not surprised. So let's talk about seating for a second. So I am not sure how Giselle keeps getting a seat right next to Andy. I mean, Giselle literally brought nothing to this season 7. So I'm like, I don't know how she keeps getting this seat next to Andy. I know she keeps up the mess and she stirs the pot, but she been doing that since we known her. So she really didn't bring anything else to this season. So I'm like, why does she need the seat next to Andy? But child, and honestly, Karen doesn't need the seat next to him either. I'm like, they really didn't do nothing this season. Anyway, I loved Wendy's dress, y'all. To me, Wendy looked the best. Hair and makeup was on point. The dress really complimented her skin. It was perfect. I was like, yes, you go, Wendy. Karen also looked amazing. I love that dress. I really did. I really think I would have preferred it had it not had the sleeve. If it's just sleeveless, I think it would have reached higher. But Mia and Robin, they were okay. I don't have any negative things to say about their outfits. It was fine. Ashley Bob, ancient. Child, go away. I want the Bob out of here. I'm like, Ashley, that Bob aged her up a little bit. It added 5 extra years, I'm sure. Who else is next? Giselle. Oh, gosh. Giselle's was the absolute worst. It was just terrible. I didn't like the hair. It didn't suit the dress for me. The dress was just atrocious, honestly. I can't believe she tried on the dress and was like, yes, this is it. I can't fathom it. The dress, not flattering, not cute at all. And then it had this slit on the side. It just, not cute. I was searching Instagram and somebody had her compared to that White Diamonds perfume bottle. Identical. I'll try to insert a picture if I can find it, but identical. So anyway, Candiace, I forgot Candiace. Candiace really brought the drama with the dress and with her attitude, which we'll get into later, which I'm here for, by the way. But her hair looked great. Makeup was great. The dress, I loved it. I thought it was really cute, really flattering, really fit for an artist. Got you there, Candice. But yeah, Giselle was by far the worst. I'm really sick of looking at the dress, honestly. I wish she wasn't right next to Andy. Anyway. So the first homage was for Ashley. So we went through Ashley's little spiel. Uncle Lump, Ashley's uncle, he was really at Ashley's neck this season. And I was here for it because it was well deserved, honestly. So we did learn that she's moved into the house that she bought with the man that she's divorcing, Michael Darby, with her silly self. Anyway, so we learned that Michael has a key to the house. Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? This girl is silly and delusional. Like, I mean, but I guess Michael's probably looking at like, hey, I'm paying the mortgage, so I might as well have a key to the place. She was like, well, we have boundaries. Like, he has to call me, you know, at least an hour beforehand if he wants to come see the kids. He can't just come whenever he wants to come. I'm like, girl, like, you gonna be able to stop him. He has a key. Like, you're gonna be able to stop him from coming over when he wants to come over, and he is paying the mortgage on that place? Girl, please. Girl, please. So Ashley was dating this guy, Luke, from Summer House or from Winter House, wherever he's from. But she said she was like falling in love with the guy, but they're over. I guess it has something to do with Michael and boundaries and what have you. And I don't know, Luke probably telling him like, girl, you gotta get your ish together. Maybe get divorced first and then we'll circle back around. I don't know. So Ashley can file for divorce in February, which we're in February now. Because she had to be separated for like 6 months or a year, something like that. So the prenup, child, she said the prenup definitely didn't work in her favor. She won't be getting any alimony. I'm like, why would you sign that? Did you not have a lawyer read this prenup before you signed it? Like, you just read it yourself? You don't know lawyer terms, Ashley? She's not getting any alimony, but she said there is something in there, a clause or something, where if she's in distress that she can get spousal support. So I guess that's something. But child, why would you sign that? Girl, come on, Ashley, you don't work. I mean, well, now she's making TikTok videos, so I'm sure she gets some revenue from there. And then Potomac. But girl, other than that, $13,000 mortgage per month? Oh, okay, good luck. So Candace chimes in and she brings up a great point. She mentions how in past seasons, the girls always like berated her about the fact that she bought a townhouse and her mom was helping her pay for it or co-signed or whatever. And, you know, she mentioned like, you know, Ashley, you can't get a house without Michael. So why did y'all come at her neck so hard when... Because her family was supporting her. Like, why is that wrong? And I never understood why they were getting so upset at Candace for her family helping her. I mean, what is wrong with that? And I guess it's this idea that because you're black, you gotta struggle and get it out the mud. And forget that. That ish is for the birds. Like, no. If her family can support her, and Ashley, I mean, not Ashley, Candace was young then, like, still in her 20s, right? Candace is only like, what, 32, 33? Girl, please. Her family can still support her if they want to. Like, it's okay, but now she has a husband. But I'm just like, yeah, I'm glad that Candace brought that up. Like, they did talk about her for like seasons because her mom was helping support her. So, shoot, you just mad because your mama ain't doing it, Ashley. Can Sheila do it? No. So she says Ashley says she's gonna keep her last name Darby for her kids. Say, couldn't be me, child. Couldn't be me. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But that's just me. Next in the hot seat, we have Mia and child. Here we go. So Mia doesn't have cancer, which is great. Wonderful news. But she does have, so of course everybody had questions about her health. So she says she has a large lymph node, and then she still has the lump on her foot, I guess, that she never got surgically removed. And then something else about her lungs that she had to do tests and scans for to see if something was spreading. I'm not sure what it was. It was still a little confusing to me. yeah, I don't know. But if I was her, I think honestly she should have just left cancer out of the conversation at all until she knew for sure. Like, why even bring that up? If you're running tests to see if you have, like, don't tell anybody that until you know for sure. Like, people go in a frenzy when you talk about cancer, when you even mention cancer. So it was very distasteful, I will say. They say that she's currently on medication because she has tissue in her reproductive organs, and I guess the medication is trying to fix that. And then if not, if the medication doesn't work, then she may have to have a hysterectomy like Giselle has. So I don't know. Okay, but so Andy did bring up how Wendy was caught on the mic saying that she thought Mia was lying about the cancer stuff, and Wendy did tell her, like, you know, you were lying basically, because you went to go see a dermatologist. If it was a cancer related illness or something, you would have had to see the oncologist. Which I'm like, I don't know why Mia think that we're idiots. Like, we know what a dermatologist does and what a dermatologist treats. Like, girl, we're not idiots, okay? So as soon as I seen dermatologist, I was like, what? And then that last finale, she was like, yeah, you just have a rash. Child, a rash? A rash? I was just like, girl, Mia, please spare us, boo, spare us. So Andy brings up the business, and child, this whole little scene, I was so confused. I'm still confused because nothing Mia said even made sense. She was trying to downplay everybody. But if y'all don't know business, y'all just don't know business. And I'm just like, girl, you're just not making sense. Like, we know common sense and we know the words that are coming out your mouth and they're just not connecting. Like, what the fuck? Whew. Anyway. So, she made a post that all of the joint chiropractics was taken by G's brother. So she says that G brother was a part owner in the business, and the brother took Mia and G off of the bank accounts without their consent. And she was like, yeah, you can do that if he's the part owner. And everybody was like, no, think he can just up and take you off the bank account. Like, that literally doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you just can't do that, can you? Unless it was his bank account and he added them as like a, I don't know, third party. I don't know. That it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy. So so she said that G was a third party member on this board, and there were two other members and then they voted G out basically. So he doesn't have any say in the money. And she really didn't touch on why they voted G out. Giselle had she said that she think it was some embezzlement or something going on, but Mia was like, no. Well, she really didn't, I don't know. She did say no. She did say no, that wasn't it. But anyway, I'm kind of with Giselle on there. It seems like if they did vote G and Mia out, it's because of something they weren't doing right with the funds, I believe. I don't know. Mia was really talking in circles and nothing really makes sense. I am still confused. But then as she kept talking, she was like, yeah, there are 8 board members. We were like, everybody was so confused. Like, girl, no, you just said there were 3 board members and 2 of them voted G out. And now suddenly there are 8 board members. So I'm like, Mia, where do you sit on the board? Because you're the CEO, right? Everybody had so many questions, and rightfully so, because it really didn't make any sense of what she was saying. So anyway, she basically is saying that they have to sell the company if they want to get a return on their investment, sell their shares or their stake in the company if they want to get a return on the investment. They did move out of Potomac. They were renting a house in Potomac, and they had other rental properties that they had to release because they don't have any income coming in right now. She said they're basically just living off their savings and I guess living off her Potomac check. Honestly, I don't know what else. He probably has some investment somewhere else. Well, probably not. I don't know, but sucks. Anyway, I am still confused, so I'm sure somebody else is gonna. I'm sure when G comes, they're probably gonna bring this back up because maybe he can explain it a little bit better than Mia can. Hopefully. So next up is Candace with some unseen footage. So Chris apparently DM'd Giselle apologizing. Why? Apologizing if he made her feel uncomfortable, but he basically was like he didn't like the picture that she was painting of him. And I personally don't think he needed to apologize. Honestly, I don't think that he actually did anything wrong. I think they should just could have moved forward from there, acknowledging the situation and go on about their business. I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't think he had any ill intent. Anyway, he definitely didn't admit to doing anything. There was no admission of guilt. He just said, you know, if I made you uncomfortable, I apologize. Anyway, but Candace did know that that he sent that message way before the show actually aired. So, you know, with looking back at the things that Giselle was saying about the situation, you know, she probably wouldn't have wanted him to send that message after the show aired, because the apology was not needed. So Candace did clock Giselle for some of the language that she used. Like, she called Chris like a sneaky link and stuff like that, saying that, you know, I think he was trying to try me because a lot of married men have tried to try me before. And I'm like, girl, Giselle, shut up. Anyway, Giselle apologized to Candace, but child, Candace was not having it. She really basically only apologized for using the word like sneaky link. She was like, yeah, that was wrong of me. But Candace wasn't having it. She was like, you can take that apology and shove it up your fill in the blank. But Candace was really on that girl Giselle's neck. And it was a must-see, child. So if you missed it, go back and watch. But she was on her neck. Like, she didn't like that. She was like, you mess with a lot of people's husband. Like, that's your MO. Like, try to get into people's marriages. Always think somebody wants you or out to get you or something. Like, that's what you do, Giselle. And that's honestly, that is what she does. She did that with Wendy last season. She had not Candace. She had Ashley go in and saying something about somebody was accusing Eddie of flirting, or DM or Instagram models or something like that. She did that. She did something with Ray a couple seasons ago. Michael Darby. I mean, but I don't even know why I mentioned Michael Darby. Who cares, honestly, with him. But this is Giselle's MO. And then Chris was just next in line. I'm sure G will be next season. Who else is there? Who's left? She ain't gonna mess with Juan, but Juan enough-ish anyway. Juan and Robin. Lame. Anyway, so, child, that was pretty much it. Next week, Mia and Jacqueline are going to be getting into it. And I think it's safe to say they probably won't be friends again. I mean, Mia had a little Pandora's box of receipts. Jacqueline brought her papers of receipts about the business and stuff. And I'm just like, ooh, child, it's going to get messy. Messy. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you back here next week for part 2. Bye.